few years ago, I made a decision to slow down and live somewhere quiet, closer to nature. I see it as a luxury in our modern world, living at my own pace and do things that fulfill me, saying no to what drains me and making time for the small things that bring me joy, things that feel right. The book is The Essential Kafka by Franz Kafka. Never read it. It's gonna be first time reading any work from this writer. So picked up the book Kafka on the Shore, written by Haruki Murakami, and I was like, what kind of name is that?
The main protagonist from this book, he was running away from home, so he has to have another name, and he used Kafka.
So all these stories, are they connected or they're just...
I think it's a different story.
Choosing Asia feels right. Starting my morning slow with a cup of strong Robusta brewed the Vietnamese way, you know, with a drop of condensed milk and ice, that definitely feels right. Yeah, welcome to my palace of slow mornings. Like in the previous video I posted about my trip to Beijing, China, I mentioned the hilarious way Chinese people name their palaces, and I got really inspired to think what sort of palace would I like to have. And then I realized that I actually have my own palace of slow mornings. I call it a coffee line because of this line of wood where I prepare my coffee. I have some selection of Vietnamese coffee beans, all locally grown, some tea, some more tea, some more tea, some more tea, some matcha tea. There's a lot of little cups all around here and some stuff for making drinks. Let me know, guys, if you'd like to see a more detailed overview of my coffee line, but basically that is where I start my morning, preparing a drink, preparing a breakfast in the kitchen, and then taking it all here to the Palace of Slow Mornings. Yeah, so there's one thing that I was thinking recently, something about dreams, and you know, I'm not that person that dreams a lot. It's something really difficult for me. Like, I have my wishes and desires, needs and necessities, but dreams, it's something big in my understanding, something revolutionary for one's mind, and I always struggle with seeing a big picture. I had two dreams in my life. When I was 19, I was dreaming of moving to China, and that dream came true. I had 5 amazing years living in China. I crafted this little dream book when I've got my second dream. I just needed a physical thing to remind me every day about what I'm striving to achieve. And the dream was, I'm able to travel wherever I want, whenever I wish, however I like. A bit broken English, but still, that was my dream. I decided to give myself a year pursuing that dream of mine, basically teaching myself how to film videos, how to edit videos, how to take all chaotic things from here and make it into a more or less interesting story that people will watch. I'm still learning that. There isn't much in the dream book besides that, but there is one little page with my social media milestones, YouTube, checkmarked all the way from 1,000 to 100,000 subscribers. The next milestone is gonna be 250,000 subscribers, which is huge. Maybe this year, maybe next year. For TikTok, I checked mark all the way until 750 followers, but I don't do that much of TikTok anymore. I focus more on YouTube recently. I enjoy it very much. I hope you enjoy it too. And I have no idea how I will be able to achieve that dream by any other means, different from like doing what I'm doing now with my channel, with videos. I'm really glad I'm here. I'm really glad you're watching me, guys. So yeah, recently I had a conversation with Sue. She's got that big sort of a dream, bigger than anything I envisioned for myself. And talking to her made me realize that there is one thing that I used to dream before, something that still makes me feel excited about that. I believe we all need something physical to remind what we are dreaming about, especially when the dreams are really few, like it is for me. And I know that's gonna take some time to get through lots of bureaucracy, and some time to travel for handling that bureaucracy, some money too. And I thought it's gonna be more fun if I have something physical like that little dream book to keep track on my dream savings, something that I'm gonna see every day, something that I'll be feeling once or twice a month, seeing that I'm getting closer to affording another dream of mine. And I don't know exactly how much money I can feel as savings for this month, but I'm gonna count it before this video ends. I think that's gonna be the final point of the video, that really satisfying moment of feeling of painting the squares in my dreams bead thingy. This trip is not part of the dream, this is more like a necessity. Every 45 days I have to leave territory of Vietnam to get a new entry stamp that will grant me another 45 days of stay and then repeat the cycle. My first food in Malaysia was Uncle Roger's fried rice, and I used to watch his channel a lot, and it's kinda crazy to see a YouTuber opening a restaurant. He claims to have the best fried rice in town, so I ordered the basic fried rice and that was really good. Expensive for fried rice, but so delicious. Now, you know, every country has something it does best. In Vietnam, it's coffee and the coffee shops. In Malaysia, it's groceries and snacks. And the instant noodle selection alone here worth the trip. I grabbed a big pack of Penang noodles and 3 mini packs of pan mi. It's more like a Chinese-style noodle. Then I saw a stand with all sorts of spices and picked this anchovy sambal, a local style of chili sauce. Also got 2 packs of salted egg sauce and a box of cheese cookies, and that's when I started worrying about space in my backpack. So I decided to fill the rest of my backpack with something that will last a long time. I found this teh tarik, which is basically local style of milk tea. And then I saw this durian teh tarik, never tried anything like that, and whoever designed this durian teapot did really good job. I also grabbed a pack of kopi o, which is a local style of black coffee. And finally, I picked this jar of coconut kaya, that is a sweet spread made with coconut milk, sugar and eggs. And technically it's a liquid and it's not allowed in carry-on, just like any jams or peanut butter. But I bought it anyway, hoping that airport security will not pay attention to that. My backpack is like 5 kilograms heavier now. Going back to Dalat. Malaysian snacks are just the best. I haven't tried every single thing that I bought, but this milk tea beverage is just so great, and the cheese cookies were very delicious. I think by the time I upload this video, I'll have my personal rating for every single thing I got in Kuala Lumpur. Really excited to try the rest of them. And while I was away, I received this huge package. Remember the paintbrush that I was using for crafting the dream beads? It was a bit broken. I received it from a local art supply company and it was broken. They said, don't worry, just send us the damaged brush. We're gonna send you a new one. No need to pay for anything extra. And I thought, what will they do with a broken paintbrush? And I offered them to pay 25% of the brush and to send me a new brush of a different size. And now I hope they did some proper packaging this time, because inside this gigantic package there's just one single paintbrush. I think they packed it well enough. Like, there is a layer of bubble wrap, there is a layer of cardboard, another bubble wrap. It's like I'm unpacking the magic wand like Harry Potter. I don't really get why they didn't pack the first paintbrush properly. They would not lose money with that and will not lose time too. Looks absolutely fine. I'm gonna use this brush for painting the dream beads, but before that I have a few other things to do. It's time for grocery shopping. Like, every single time I love going to supermarkets, no matter if it's for daily life grocery shopping or it's supermarkets somewhere abroad while I'm traveling. Every time it's pure joy. And I remember a couple of comments I read from you guys. Somebody commented about my previous grocery shop is that they really enjoy the type of groceries I'm getting for myself, something fresh, something healthy, something that motivated them to get better groceries for themselves. Grocery shopping is that one little thing that you can just use to express love to yourself by getting some nice products, nice, delicious, healthy things. I was getting this pack of kimchi every single time when I craved for some kimchi, but I never paid attention that it's actually different. Like you see, this and this and this, they looked absolutely similar to me, but apparently it's three different kinds.
This is less spicy. And then this one is normal one. And then this one is with coriander here.
What about this, the one I'm taking?
It says something called coriander.
I never heard this word, fly.
There are two flies sticking together. The one you are using the toilet paper.
It's like two
The last
layers.
one is here.
I never heard this word, fly. Apparently this kitchen towel has two flies. I think we are done with shopping. Every single time when I go to a Vietnamese supermarket, the prices for an individual product make sense, but when you get more of them, you kind of lose track on how much you're gonna pay, because everything in thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands. Like this milk is somewhat around 20 or 25,000. The yogurt was around 30,000. This kimchi, I already forgot how much is that, but altogether I would say it's gonna be around 500,000, which is more or less 20 American dollars. I wonder if that's gonna be less or more than that. Let's go find out. 6 different plastic bags. Like there's a lot of grocery product separation happening in Vietnam. Meat is being sorted in one separate plastic bag, vegetables another one, dairy products another one. My hands are so busy with all these bags. Motorbike parking instead of a car parking. Never seen a scene like that before coming to Vietnam. It just started raining. Had a look, the rain is pretty big, so every time I go anywhere I carry these raincoats for me and for Sue. So going back home, see you there. The rain is so much stronger than anything I've seen around Dalat. I never drove a motorbike during such rain, but we did it. We came back home, and that is the best weather for staying indoors, for editing or for having some tea or coffee, not for driving the streets. That is a strong rain. Most of the afternoons it goes just like this. Yeah. We just unpacked the puzzle I got from Kuala Lumpur, and that puzzle is simply one of the best I've seen in my life. Like, whoever produces that puzzle does a really good job. I just finished the puzzle I got from Georgia, and that looks interesting, but the quality of production isn't that high, and it was like, I couldn't bear even assembling that puzzle, that fish with a small house. Sue finished it by herself, but this one, it looks so fun to do. Like, just look at the details of this thing. It's like little piece of puzzle, it's matte surface, and the detailization of this is crazy. You can see these faces, they're so tiny, but you literally can see everything here. That is basically our setup. Little table, I found that black fabric to put it on so it's more comfortable to see things with puzzles. This light that I thought I'm gonna be using for videos, which I don't. And the puzzle itself. also prepared this ramen in the style of this Japanese ramen from Ponya. Good morning, guys. It is another morning at my Palace of Slow Mornings. Today I have a bagel with kaya and cream cheese, kind of modern variation of kaya toast. Usually it's made with butter and kaya, but cream cheese and kaya go really well together. What is not good is the book I showed you in the beginning. Like, not the entire book, but the first story, the trial. It's like, what's going on there? It's literally one of the worst things I've read recently. I'm not gonna finish that story. Maybe I'm gonna give a try to another short story by Kafka, but not today. Today, my morning reading is Revolutions. Find this book really interesting. You know, studying in one country, you do not really pay much attention to the history of other countries. Studying at a Russian school, we learned a lot about Russian history, but world history was present, just not too deep into that. And reading a book narrated by people who lived in the countries where revolutions took place and describing their perspective, their view on that, it's quite interesting. Yeah, so that is my slow morning book of choice for today. I'm gonna finish my breakfast, read a little bit, and do the dreams part. You know, the paint I had is actually watercolors, which is not suitable for this paper, but still, I like the result. It's $400 towards my dream in May 2025. And if any of you guys like the idea of coloring little squares, tracking your progress, I prepared a printable version of Dream Beats. You can download it for free on my Patreon page. Thank you very much for staying with me. Спасибо and пока.